hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion.
Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Sonja, for those of you stopping by for the very first time. On my channel you will find tons of different DIYs, and today I'm sharing another Christmas in July video, and this time I'm sharing my top 10 Christmas DIYs. The first one that I'm sharing was a Trash to Treasure. It was part of a $5 Goodwill challenge, and I had picked up this magazine basket, I assume that's what it's called, and I gave it some new paint, painted, wanted it to look more rustic rather than just the brown that it was and then I added a stencil. Well, I kind of just made the stencil myself and wrote stuff out myself because I couldn't find the proper stencil that I wanted to go on here. I do that quite often. I do have a Cricut that I will show you another project that I cut out some letters, but it is an old one, so I can't actually add any of my own designs to it. It just worked from the cartridges that I have. I am looking forward to buying a new one, hopefully for the upcoming holiday season, so I can create a lot more projects with stencils and all sorts of stuff. But that's a story for another day.
And having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sun.
I ended up using this basket for my outdoor decor, and I just added a whole bunch of different cuts from my garden, greenery and branches, and I just think it added such a rustic look to my front porch. The next project that I'm sharing is another project that you can see here on the front porch, and it was my Christmas sign, but I actually made it so I can use it for Christmas decor as well as for winter decor, and I made a sign that said snow. So I just picked up this board at Home Depot, spray painted some black because I wanted black to show through, and then I gave it a light coat of red chalk paint. And then once that was all nice and dry, I ended up cutting out a stencil with my Cricut with the letters, and I just used file folders because the cardboard was nice and sturdy, and I stenciled it on. And I also used a small stencil from Dollar Tree to stencil on Let It Snow and all the snowflakes. Now this third project I absolutely loved. I created advent calendars for both of my kids. My kids are teenagers. They're probably even too old to have advent calendars, but I wanted to create ones that I can maybe add some fun stuff for them, not just some candy. And for my daughter, I ended up adding into these little baskets just some trial size makeup and perfumes and things like that with some candy. So I had picked up those baggies on Amazon, and these little hooks I got at Dollar Tree. The wood came from Home Depot, and then I just stained it with some stain that I had on hand, and I also used some chalk paint, wood glue. I also need a saw to cut the pieces of wood in different sizes. So the first thing that I did was stained all the pieces of wood, and then after that I cut them all up.
Chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels.
Here you can see how I cut them all up, and I just want to mention that these are little short clips of the actual videos, and I will have all the videos listed in the description box for each project. So if you want to have a look at any of these. For more detailed list of materials and detailed tutorial, make sure to go to the corresponding video.
I think Santa's gonna come and join us in this song. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year,
The wooden stars that I added on top are from Dollar Tree, and I just stained them, and then I ended up just doing a little splashing of the chalk paint just to make it look like it snowed on it. And for the little bags from Amazon, I used some red and green acrylic paint and I alternated the color, and the stencil from Dollar Tree, and I just stenciled on the numbers.
As a child, waking up to all those smells and sounds, racing downstairs to see what might be under the Christmas tree.
So here it is. I think they turned out really nice. The baggies are big enough to hold candy or any other little trinkets that you might want to add to the advent calendar.
That Christmas joy I once had as a boy. That
For my next project, I created a front door mat, and I have used all of these pieces are from Dollar Tree, and I used them as stencils, and then I used some spray paint. I also used acrylic paint just to embellish it, as well as those little stencils that Dollar Tree sold for the snowflakes.
of paper and pretending they were lit. Wrap them up with ties and bows. Whatever's in them, no one knows. Oh, can I please?
This project was probably something that you most likely have come across on Pinterest. These are the frosted tea light candle holders I have created. This was part of a DIY Mommy's DIY home decor challenge that she hosts seasonally, and I had used the Spectra glitter that I picked up on Amazon and some greenery that I had from Dollar Store, and then you also need some tacky glue. I love the way these turned out. They were so cool looking, and I will have them hopefully for years to come. I also want to say that if you guys want to see how I have displayed these all these Christmas pieces, you can go. I just recently reshared my Christmas home tour for Christmas in July, but I shared it on my home channel, which is a brand new channel that I have just started in July, where I will be sharing my cleaning and decorating videos. It is called Domestic Diva Home, and the link for it will be in the description box. The next video was also part of a challenge called Creating Treasure from Trash, I think that's what it's called, and I had cut up these pieces of wood and painted them brown, I was actually trying to create gingerbread houses.
For a good time, smile, my dear. Come on in, come on up, come on over. We'll be dancing round the tree. So let us have a swinging Christmas, just like 1, 2, 3. We know the time is short. We blink and then it's gone. So we better make the most of what we've got. So take your neighbor by the hand and join the dance parade before the clock strikes and it's all too late.
So I used some hot glue to draw all the stuff, and then I painted it, and then on top of it I just added some of that like fake snow or fluffy snow. My theme for the Christmas in the kitchen was gingerbread, and I think these guys looked so angry, but they looked perfect in my kitchen decor.
Come on in, come on up, come on over. It's the friendliest time of year. Come on up, come on in, nothing better than to give the gift of cheer. So come on in, come on up, come on over.
Then I created tons of ornaments. I have made them out of mason jar lids, out of popsicle sticks, pine cones, and the little wood cutout, round wood cutouts. These are also full mason jar lids, and then just some old just Christmas balls that I added some glitter to it. And I just think all these ornaments looked so good on my various trees that I have throughout my house in different themes, and I just think it's so special to have your own handmade ornaments on your trees. This one was part of Vlogmas, and I kind of just snuck it in as part of a gift that you could give to somebody. So it might not be so much Christmassy, but I did make it at Christmas time, so I thought it was appropriate to share it. This round board is actually a cheese board from Dollarama, and I have just added some painter's tape and painted things a different color. And then I ended up doing some handwriting on it, and I love the way this turned out. I ended up keeping it for myself and used it on top of my stove for decor. picked up these letters from Dollar Tree, and then I used some chalk paint, and here are those stencils that I used throughout all my other projects. These were so cute. The first one and the second one I loved. The third one, I could not find the stencils that I used on the little baskets, little baggies for the advent calendar. So I ended up writing the letters, the numbers out. And I wasn't all that crazy with the way that turned out. I liked the concept of the DIY, but I wasn't crazy with the way the numbers looked.
Longing for this day for a full year now. Can hardly believe it's here. Been trying to make the days go faster somehow, but no chance of that, my dear. Like life was pulling my leg, the days gone snailing by, slower than ever before. Opportunity to work on my patience, but now the years passed and I don't have to wait no more. It's Christmas Day, Christmas Day, the best day of the year. I can't believe it's here. It's Christmas, Christmas stairs to where our tree is at, to see what Santa Claus has brought. There's a red and green parcel, the label reads Marcel. I wonder if it's what I thought. Oh, it's Christmas.
It was actually the middle one that I wasn't 100% about. The last one I did like.
Snailing by, slower than ever before. Presented opportunity to work on my patience, but now the years passed and I don't have to wait no more. Have to wait no more. It's Christmas Day, Christmas Day.
So this is how all three of them looked. I do love the way they all turned. Like I said, these two turned out. I like the concept of the this one, which is another advent calendar. I'm just not crazy about the way the letters look. I think if I had found the stencil and stenciled them on, would have looked much better. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if this is your first time stopping by my channel, I would love it if you consider subscribing, pressing the notification bell. This channel is dedicated to DIYs, and if you want to see cooking or cleaning, make sure you check out my other channels as well. So until next time, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching.
Oh, or jealousy, nothing we'll regret. You don't have to believe in Santa Claus to know what's right to do, fighting for a cause.